Hello and welcome to the first guitar lesson. Today we're going to be talking about the different parts of the guitar, and I'm going to talk about the different string names. I'm also going to teach you guys how to tune the guitar, and so we'll talk about what that means in a minute. So you can go ahead and take out your guitar and take a look at it. So on the bottom here there's a groove. This groove, when you're sitting, is going to be on your thigh. So you're going to want to have it like this, and my elbow is draped over the guitar like that when I'm sitting down, and my other hand, my left hand, this is my left hand, makes an L shape. The left hand is going to go like this around the neck, so you can hold the guitar like this. On the top, if you can see in this camera, the top string should be the thickest string, and the thinnest string should be on the bottom. That's how you know you have it correct. So this little half groove should be down, okay? So here we have different parts of the guitar I want you guys to know. The top part here, this is called the head of the guitar. This long piece right here is called the neck of the guitar. So you have your head and your neck, head and neck. And then this whole part is the body of the guitar, okay? So we have the head, the neck, and the body. Make sure you know those three parts. This hole right here is called the sound hole. When the string vibrates, the sound travels inside of it, and this is an empty box, so it creates an acoustic chamber for the sound to resonate, to get louder. Down here, this is called the bridge, and this raises up the strings off of the fingerboard here. So the front of the neck, this is called the fingerboard, and then this plastic piece right here, let's see if you can see it, this plastic piece right there is called the nut. So we have the nut. The front of this is the fingerboard, where you put your fingers. And then we have the sound hole and the bridge. A couple more things. These things right here, these are the tuning pegs. So you turn those like screws, you tighten them and loosen them, and they pull the strings tighter or looser. So as you go one way, it tightens the string. As you go the other way, it loosens the string. So we have the tuning pegs here. All right. And then we have our plastic nut again, so that's the nut. And then there's these metal bars that go across, and these separate the fingerboard into what are called frets. So for example, this right here, this space between the nut and the first bar, that is called fret number 1. So that's fret 1. Here's fret number 2, fret number 3, fret number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you can see, there's these little dots that kind of help you know what fret you're on. So we have a dot here on the 3rd fret, a dot on the 5th fret, a dot on the 7th fret, a dot on the 9th fret, and on the 12th fret. Okay, so just make sure you guys know the fret is not the bar itself. The fret is the space between the bars. So between the nut here and the first bar, this area is the 1st fret. This area is the 2nd fret. 3rd fret, and so on. So again, in review, we have the tuning pegs. We have the fingerboard across the front here with the different frets. We have our plastic piece here, the nut. We have our bridge, the sound hole, and then the three main parts of the guitar. We have the head, the neck, and the body. So make sure you guys know all of those different parts. Cool? All right, let's go on to tuning the guitar. So as you notice, the guitar has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different strings. The thickest string is on top. It's also the lowest in pitch. And the thinnest string is on the bottom, and that is the highest string. All right, so if your guitar doesn't have the thickest string on top, probably got to flip it around the other way. Okay, so the thickest string should be on top and the thinnest one on the bottom. All right, now I'm going to go over the string names because those are going to be important for when we are tuning our guitar. So the top string here is E. That's a low E, right? E. And the next string is A. The 3rd string down is D. Next string is G. And then we have B. And the last thinnest string is E. So let's say them together. Ready? We have E. Say it with me. A. D. G. Again, one more time. We have E, A, D, G, B, and E. So that's a high E, and we also have a low E. So make sure you guys know those 6 letter names of the strings. E, A, D, G, B, and E. If you want to come up with a saying to help you memorize it, feel free to do that, like elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Something I made up last year. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Got it? All right, so now we're going to talk about tuning. So in your bag, in your guitar bag, there should be a device that looks like this. Okay, looks like this. And on it, there's a little power button. All you gotta do is hold the power button down for a few seconds, and it should light up like this. Okay? Now, on this, it should have the letter G at the bottom. Let me make sure you can see that. On the bottom, it should say a little letter G. If it doesn't say G, you're gonna tap the power button until it selects a G. So like tap it, you can see it changes the letter name. So tap it till it gets to G for guitar. Now it's on G for guitar. And what you do with this is you take it and you clip it on the end of your guitar, on the head of the guitar, right? And now it's gonna sense the vibrations, and it's gonna know whether or not your guitar is in tune. So you're gonna play the lowest string, and it should say E. All right? Let me move over here so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna strum my lowest string, E. And as you can kind of see here, it is too low. It's called flat. A flat means it's too low. So you're gonna twist the lowest tuning peg right here. All right? And you're gonna twist it till it matches up with the E, with the line here in the middle. So if the line is on this side, it's too low. If it's on this side, it's too high. So mine right now, it's too low, all right? And you guys are gonna wanna have the same pitch as me. So if you do it, E should sound like that. If yours is too high, you have to loosen it. If yours is too low, you'll have to tighten it. My guess is yours is gonna be too low. So you're gonna hit it, and then turn it. Whoops, wrong one. See how it's getting a little bit higher now? I'm turning it this way, so it gets higher. Now it's green. Green means good, so my low E is all set. Now I'm gonna go to the next string. This is our A string, so mine's a little bit too low, so I'm gonna twist it. Just a little bit, really tiny amount. Perfect. Oh, now I'm too high. Too sharp. All right, now I'm gonna go to the next string, the D string, ready? Sound kind of like that. D, and this is my third string down. There it is. All right, that's D, E-A-D, elephants and donkeys. The next one is G, grow. So mine's a little bit too low. I'm gonna make it go higher now. A little bit more, perfect. Now it is right on G. So your G should sound like that. That's the fourth string down. The second to the bottom string is our B string. That's a little bit flat too, a little too low. All right. Perfect, now I got my B ready. And then the last one is the high C. A little bit low. Perfect, so see how mine turns green and the line's in the middle? That's high C. So now, all of mine, and you can turn it off by holding the power button down until it turns off. Now all of my strings, E, A, D, G, B, and E, are all perfectly in tune. So when I play chords, it sounds good. All right, so that is how you tune a guitar. So you're gonna make sure that every pitch on the string, all the strings are in tune, starting with the lowest E, E, A, D, G, B, and E, okay? And make sure that they're all in tune so that your guitar sounds good. And that's the first lesson. So today we talked about the different parts of the guitar. We have the head, the neck, and the body. We also have tuning pegs here on the sides. We have the fingerboard across the front. The plastic piece here is the nut. Along the fingerboard we have frets, the spaces between the bars. So fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, We have the sound hole and the bridge. We also talked about the different string names, which include E, A, D, G, E, E, and we also talked about how to hold the guitar. So you should have the little groove right here on your thigh. And you should have your arm draped over it like this, so your hand can be right over the sound hole when you're strumming. So here's the sound hole, my hand is right over it. And my other hand, the thumb is gonna be on the back of the neck, kind of like you're grabbing it like this, and that's how you play guitar. All right, so that is the first lesson. If you need to go back and watch part of this again, like pause it or go back and listen to it, do that again. Make sure that your guitar is in tune. Make sure that the E, A, D, G, B, and E are all in tune, and you will be ready for the next lesson. All right, see you next time.